What are we talking about here? I know, it's not Coors. What do you want from me? My wife had a friend over the other day. She goes, "Barry, you gotta go out and get a beer." So I'm like, what kind of beer does she drink? Corona. It's either Corona or Heineken. I'm like, oh, Heineken I don't mind so much, but Corona? For some reason, I can only drink one Corona. Then after that, especially if you put a lime in there, you're like, the first couple sips, oh, this is good. Then you get to the bottom and you're like, I don't want another one of these pieces of shit. I'm done. Anyhow. So then she comes over and she looks at the beer and she's like, you never saw anything like this in your life. She's like, no. I'm like, oh, gee, that's great. I didn't realize you could go over to somebody's house and like refuse an offering, an alcohol offering. No, with a face like this. I'm like, these two, they're like two peas in a pod. So my wife's like, well, we got liquor. What do you want? And she wants Jack and Coke. Yeah, she drank, and not only that, this lady can drink, all right? She's from El Salvador. I got news for you. Never show an El Salvadorian in your liquor cabinet. Oh, that's right. That's right. The cupboards are bare. Let's put it that way. The cupboard. She drank the whole half a bottle of Jack Daniels. I have no more Jack Daniels. Thank you. And to top it all off, she wanted Jack and Coke. So she's drinking Jack and Cokes in front of me. I know, advices. And then she drives home. I mean, yeah, she's doing like, I don't know. I hear tires screeching when she left. She's doing like 80 miles an hour down my block. That's great. This is like, you got to understand, this is like lighting a 12-ounce rocket, like with a broken stick on the floor, sending her out in a car like that. What do you want from me? I mean, listen. I'm not the type of person that takes your keys away. Ugh, I got a screaming headache. Let's get started here. All right, here we go. Hey, Jesse, hope you're well. Quick question. Can you give me some advice on how to score with a Latina chick? And what are the benefits of being with a Latina chick? Regards, AJ. I got a little piece of information right now. Meeting a Latina chick is the weirdest thing. You have to meet her at work. That's right. You can't meet Spanish women at a club. Because it's like they go with their family. It's just the weirdest thing. And they don't go to a club to hook up. This is what I love about Spanish women. Spanish women are very traditional, very conservative women. Do you understand? They come from working class families. Beautiful families. Okay? That still believe in God. This type of thing. And cooking. And taking care of children and loving children. Do you understand? They love children and they love family. It's like, what are my steps? You're getting into a time machine and you're going back in time. That's what I love about the Latina woman. You understand? I know. It's not like these. Let me tell you something. Go out with a white chick these days, and number one, you got to take the needle out of their arm. That's number one. Number two, they get so drunk, they're like falling all over themselves. That's number two. Number three, I don't want children. I'm trying to become CEO. What? Your whole premise on this planet Earth is to create children. So knock it off and take care of them. Oh my God. I know. Every woman, for some reason, all white women want to be the CEO. Like, all right. Anyhow. And then they got problems like depression. Like, you go out with white broads, they have depression. You're like, how, what? Spanish women, they don't have time for depression. They're always working. They're always working. Sitting around too much gives you depression. That's right. I love when you meet people with depression. It's like, who has fucking time? I'd love to be depressed. I don't have a minute in a day for it. Spanish women, you got to meet them at work or you meet them at the supermarket. You hang around the avocados. That's where you're going to meet the hardcore Spanish women. Because Spanish women love avocados. They'll sit there, they touch them, they squeeze them, they're this, they're that. Paint the head of your dick like an avocado and stick it into the bunch. I mean, the next thing you know, you'll strike up a wonderful conversation. I know. And I tell you right now, the pit of an avocado is a sex toy. I don't know if you know that by now. It's like God's sex toy. I'm telling you right now, use your imagination. There's like a natural lubricant on that sucker. You ever take an avocado pit? I'm like, this could go places. You know what I'm saying? Huh? How what? Guys, my mother watches the show. Anyhow. Oh yeah, they love pineapples. Please, they'll sit there and stare at pineapples all day. Just hang out in the produce section of the supermarket. Spanish women abound. Tell them you're cooking tonight. Oh, I'm cooking tonight. Oh, they go, oh, you're cooking? Coca-Cola? This type of thing. Cookies? Yeah, I'm cooking. Lots of oil. Say oil in the rice. Oil in the rice. They go, oh, okay, we marry now. This is beautiful. Beautiful. That's right. They love dumping oil. Sylvia, she makes rice. I'm watching her make rice. I see her dumping oil. I'm like, what is she doing? Is she changing the oil on a Cummins diesel? Is that what's going on here? Oh, she's making rice. I said, I'm gonna have a heart attack eating this food. That's it. And the benefits to Latina women, and they can shit out kids till the end of time. You can have a 70-year-old Spanish wife, and she'll just keep on shitting out kids. It's like they're like baby machines. You understand? And I mean that in the highest regard. I don't know how to tell you. They just spit out kids. They have like I don't know how to tell you, Grand Prix wombs, this type of thing. Uterus, like what are you gonna say? I don't know. Grand Championship uterus. That's right. I'm at a loss. It's like the kids fall out. They get pregnant like instantly. So, if you want to have kids and you want to have dinner, now you're talking. All right, you're out of here. There we go. Hello, Uncle Bithead. Can you make me an instructional video of your gym routine so we can follow along? Some of us don't know our way around a gym. You know something? I've been around a gym my whole life. I know it looks like it. So it's funny because I remember, one of the biggest steps for me was first going to the gym. I always wanted to go to the gym, but I was scared. I didn't know the equipment. I didn't know the etiquette, this type of thing. But then I remember going to the gym for the first time and like, oh, this is great. Really, you got to get yourself down to a gym. Why do you need me to make an instructional video? You have YouTube. You don't know how good you have it. Oh my God. This is like... You want to watch my Yahoo routine? Type in, this is my routine right here, at this point in my life. Type in Mike Mentzer Consolidated Training. I'll try to remember to put it in the link. It's the one with the thumbnail where he's doing this pose right here. The old school double forearm pose. Mike Mentzer Consolidated Training. That's what I do. That's what I do right now. It saves me time. I mean... It depends on your age. I don't know how old you are. There's different phases for working out. Do you understand? I don't know if you're in your 20s. Okay. I am 42. This is the second part of the question. I am a 42-year-old male nurse living in Chicago, never married, with no obligations. However, I would like to have a child. Oh my God. At 42? Look at that. You just shut down my immune system by reading that. I would like to keep my family name alive. In the hospital, it seems that all the female nurses interested in me are in their late 40s and 50s and not in the age range for childbirthing. And the younger nurses just aren't interested in me. Yeah, that's a problem. Listen, I got news for you right now. My wife had my son at 43, okay? And I was shitting my pants. I don't even know how to explain this to you. I was shitting my pants for 9 months. Because you don't understand what could happen. I saw this out at a store the other day. I saw a kid just start punching merchandise. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? He had a temper tantrum, all right? The kid was retarded. There's no other way to explain it. I'm sorry. This definitely, if they could have about 30 doctors there in lab coats with clipboards, and they would have been like, and there's 2 boxes. 1 box. Yes, he's retarded. Check. He's retarded. Then he started jumping up and down. I guess his mother said he couldn't have something. He started jumping up and down. These were Michael Jordan jumps from the foul line, slam dunking. I never saw somebody jump like this, and he wasn't that young. He had to be in his teens, okay? I thought the kid's knees, I thought his patella tendons were just going to snap off. The strength of, 18 truck drivers. I'm here to tell you. I couldn't believe it. He started throwing his temper tantrum, and he was screaming at the top of his lungs. His mother was like, oh my God. She was in tears. They were trying to drag him out of the store. He's in the parking lot. He's punching other people's cars. I said, oh my God. So you have to understand something. When this kid falls out, you have to deal with that for the rest of your life. Because nobody else is going to take care of him. You're going to send them to a home somewhere, and they're going to beat the shit out of him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can only take so much. So you got to take care of that. So be very careful. So I remember when my wife finally had my kid, when she pulled him out, it was like somebody took a cement truck off my shoulders. That's the weight that was lifted. I said, oh my God, thank God. I was just so grateful. I was like, God, I was on my knees. I was praying. Not only that, he came out white with red hair. I said, hey, all right. I mean, nobody's perfect. I swear to God, I thought my son was going to come out with like curly dark hair. I thought he was going to look like, I don't know, like a Dominican. He came out looking like a Conor McGregor. He looked like Brock Lesnar. Do I gotta be honest with you? He was 10 pounds. It looked like Brock Lesnar. It was like my DNA stepped on my wife's DNA, like putting out a cigarette. I was so proud. Blue eyes. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Your wife has to be a specimen. I'm sorry. If you're gonna have kids with a 40-year-old woman, she's got to be in shape but not working out. Yes, because that additional stress on the whole body, you don't want that. You want a woman that's in shape that doesn't work out. They're out there. They're called genetic phenomenon. You don't want to have a kid with a girl that works out. I'm sorry. I've seen pregnant women in the gym. I'm like, go home. Go home. And on the way home, stop at the deli and get some ice cream, for Christ's sake. Be normal. Stop working out. You're stressing out the body that's creating a baby. Rest. Rest. Rest and eat. Rest and eat. Oh, God. Some people, you just want to wring their neck. You don't have to race around on a treadmill while you're pregnant. And we're talking late into it, too. The belly's jumping up and down. The kid's in there. He's like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? If I was a kid, I'd just be like, that's it. I'd be, with my fingernails, I'd scratch the water open. I'll put a stop to this bullshit. Get out of here. How many questions? I love it when people give me a list of questions. Like, oh yeah, this is like free time for, yeah. I figure if I were to give up the single life and marry one of these women, at least I could get a child out of it. Otherwise, why marry somebody who's too old to give birth and possibly fall out of love with me? Oh, Jesus Christ. Guy, you got to get your head screwed on straight. What do you think? You got to go whack out a kid? I have news for you right now. In order to have a fully functioning and developed child has to be created with love. And I'm talking out of my asshole right now. That's the Heineken's talking. All right? What should I do? Should I join a dating site? Oh my God. This is horrible. A woman... I don't know. Does anybody know where I can get a camera that doesn't fuck me in the ass? Anybody? Why is it every single camera I own fucks me in the ass? That's all I want to know. Great, the glass broke. Fuck! Ouch! God damn it! Where did the glass go? It broke the whole fucking top off. How is that possible? Where'd the rest of it go? Did it go in the beer? Come on, man. Oh, here it is. It's in the cap. This could only happen to me. How could that happen? How is that possible? I've never seen, in my life, I've never seen this. There you go. The top. Somebody give me a beer bottle that doesn't bang me in the ass. I need a cup. Come on. Oh my God. Oh my God. I use these cups to paint. To paint. Now, you know what? To drink. All right, back to advices. So happy you are doing this show, Bithead. Need some advices. I got this neighbor who is related to my wife that keeps borrowing my tools. Yeah, I know the feeling. You've spoken many times about how you have somebody in your wife's family who does this often. I used to be all right with it because Jose would bring them back when he was finished using them in the same condition they were in when he borrowed them. Lately, though, the prick has been bringing stuff back jacked up or keeping tools for extended periods of time. This is what happens. This is always what happens. That's right. At first, everybody's a doll. Here you go. Even changed the blade for you. This type of thing. And the next thing you know, they're bringing your tools back in shambles. That's how it works. I've told my wife I'm gonna stomp Jose into the ground if he doesn't stop doing this. I got so bad last week that I bought a new lock and key for the shed and have been carrying the key on me. This way I'm not around. Jose has no way to borrow any more tools. Do you think that was the right call? Plus, what keeps you from stomping the dude who keeps borrowing Jack? I got news for you right now. I have tools that disappear from this shed, and I start cursing Javier. Like horrible curses. You motherfuck. You cunt. You Jesus Christ and cunt is what I say. I get up my wife on the phone. I start screaming at her. Tell them to bring the tool over here now. And then I find the tool. Yeah. So I'm getting senile. Anyhow. The wife is worried about me confronting Jose, but I figured now that he wants something, it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. My father, what a wise man. He always used to say, and used to drive my mother crazy, never a borrower nor a lender be. My father used to have all these types of sayings. Never a borrower nor a lender be. He wouldn't lend anything to anybody. You understand? My father was ruthless like that. You could come and ask, like, neighborly guy, could I borrow it? No. Never a borrower nor a lender be. And my mother was like, how could you be that way? How could you think that way? This, that, the other thing. And he also used to say, what did he say? If frogs could swim, they wouldn't bump their ass so much. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. Guy, lock up the shed. That's it. You're out, Jose. You're out. That's all. That's it. You just say to him, Jose, you're out. Comprende? Comprende. I gotta piss. I don't know what to tell you. This is a good way to get a urinary tract infection. Pissing into a beer bottle. Oh, that's full. Oh boy. Don't underestimate the amount of pee that's going to come out. Big mistake. Done that many times garage sailing. Oh yeah. There's nothing like going up to a garage sale with a pants full of piss. When I tell you about the entire front of my shorts soaked with piss, to the point where I didn't even mind going to the garage sale because nobody would believe that somebody would come out of their car with that much piss in their pants. They'd have to assume it was water. That's right. A little manscaping necessary down here, by the way. Just, general observation. All right. Lock your fucking tool shed, and that's it. Tell Jose to go fuck off. Yeah. Tell him the truth. I lend you my tools. You never get it back. You never give it back to me. You know what? You're fucking out of here. What do I got to deal with here? Hi, Jesse. I'm not in the need for advice right now. But why are you writing advices in the header? Oh, Jesus. I almost drank my own piss. Can you blame me? Look at the head on that. Ay, ay, ay. That's disgusto. That's what we call it there. All right. Do you always hold on 16 or hit in casino blackjack? What do you do when other players start yelling at you for taking the dealer's bus card? You tell them to go fuck themselves. That's right. I got news for you right now. If people are getting mad at you while you're gambling, then you're probably doing the right thing. So tell them to go fuck off. Unbelievable. I don't know, guys. I don't gamble. All right? What do you want from me? I don't know the first thing about playing cards, gambling, this type of thing. You're out of here. Dear Jesse, I have a girlfriend who's germ phobic, and she's slowly driving me crazy. Yeah, I know a guy whose wife makes him wear a face mask in the house. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? I tell you something right now. I would take the face mask off and I'd take a shit in the middle of the kitchen floor. And now what? And now what, honey? What's it gonna be? Can you imagine a woman telling you to wear a face mask in your own house? Oh my God! Oh shit! This is why women need beatings. I'm sorry, Sean Connery was right. He was a good Scotsman. He was right. They need a beating. I can't go a day without some little minor infraction causing me to roll my eyes as they pile up. I'm seriously thinking she's a little woo-woo. Have you ever had to deal with someone who just took things too far when it comes to cleanliness? Oh, yeah. Okay, I deal with a woman who basically, I don't know, she throws a bleach grenade in the bathroom while she's cleaning the bathroom. You could pass out. This is like a World War I, I don't know, chloride attack. When I can't be in the house, she's throwing bleach around, and she tells me, I love bleach. And I got news for you. Inhaling bleach vapors is probably great for when you have, like, allergies. I'm telling you right now. That shit kills everything. Yeah. Except my wife! Oh, the cleaning, the pulling out the refrigerator, the clean behind the refrigerator. Get a life. Tell your wife to get a life. This is the problem with people today, okay? They're just so bored. They have too much time on their hands. I don't know. Stop with the cleaning. I'll wipe your ass on the couch. I don't know what to tell you. Oh. You're hawking me in China here. I'm fucking tired. I had to come out here. It's late at night now. I'm fucking tired. Tell your wife, what kind of man are you? What, you live your life. I've learned this as a husband. You will not be respected unless you live your life the way you want to live it. And she cannot tell you what to do. She cannot. If you start the complying, I'll tell you what happened. This is the thing with a woman, and this is what guys don't understand. Guys, they get a woman, they get married, and then they think this is their excuse to turn off the game. Do you know what I mean? There's a game between a man and a woman that's played constantly. It's no relaxation. The game constantly has to be played. Because what happens is guys get comfortable, they get married, they get comfortable, and they start doing everything their wife says. And then their wife starts to despise them. And then they start blowing every neighbor on the block. That's what happens. When you get domesticated and you become obedient, women despise you. You think you're doing the right thing. You think you're falling in line. You think everything's going to work out. But that's when you come home from work early one day and she's, face down, ass up. And, Cliff Clavin, the local mailman, is plowing away or has got his mustache halfway up a twat. That's what you're going to walk into. Because guess what? Cliff Clavin ain't going to listen to a bullshit. This is the dance you have to play. The dance never stops. The game never stops. It's a miserable existence. And it always will be. You're out of here. You're out of here. I had a guy tell me once, and I couldn't understand this until now. He told me that he bought a car just to piss off his wife. And I said, what? Why would he do that? Didn't tell her, just bought a car. I said, what'd you do? Like, I was like, he's like, yeah, I just bought it to piss off my wife. I was like, and I think about it now, and I was like, nice little goddamn move. Yeah, it is. Trust me, you got to do little things like that. All right, this is the last goddamn one. Dear Bithead, name's Tim. I've been watching you for well over 5 years now, and I'm always consistently impressed at how you've kept the show going on YouTube for 11 years. I'm very interested to know what keeps you going, what keeps you motivated. How often should somebody post up videos? I am a small YouTuber under 500 subs with the desire to start growing my own channel. Okay. This is very complicated. Listen, when I started doing the show, I thought it was going to be a gangbusters hit. Do you understand? I thought, I said, as soon as I flip on this camera, I'm going to light up America. It was really that, it was that disgustingly arrogant. I thought, who would not want to watch me? Me! The narcissism dripping was ridiculous. And then I turned into a complete and utter failure. It couldn't get any worse, to be honest with you. And then I got to 100 subscribers. I think it took me like a year and a half to get to 100 subscribers. And I said to myself, I was so proudest moment of the show to this day is 100 subscribers. It was a huge milestone. Threw a big party and everything like that. And the next milestone is 100,000. And I made that decision at that point. I knew I wasn't going to celebrate another one till it was 100,000. That's right. That's the goal. That's the goal. And then we'll reset goals from there. But right now it's 100,000. So I said to myself, if I could get 100, then why can't I get 100,000? I said, I don't care if it takes till the end of eternity. But I stayed with it. And then we had a lot of roadblocks. You guys, you have no idea how I would hold the camera over the garbage can and say, this is it. This is it. And then something would happen, something miraculous would happen that would pull me back in. And after so many times of these were literal miracles. They were miracles. There's no question about it. I had to start saying to myself, this is out of my hands now. I could try to quit tomorrow. Do you understand? I've done it many times before. And I will be right back here. Because it was my destiny. It is my destiny. And I'm just here to fulfill it. I'm along for the ride. Something big is going to happen. I don't know what it is. I've stopped trying to predict it. I fight toward it. You know, I fight. Like, I write down goals. I have a lot of set goals. They're all ridiculous. But I have set goals that I write down and I correct. Every month, every week, every day, I write it down. What am I going to do today? Every day I work for this show. Every single day. There's not a day I let off the gas pedal. Unless I'm fucking so sick I can't get out of bed. And even then, I'm answering emails or Patreon questions. There's not a day that doesn't go by. I put hours and hours. There's no getting paid. I got news for you. I put in the hours. So even if I'm getting paid later on, I'm still not getting paid because there's such a deficit of time that I had already sunk into the show. I don't even know how much money I'd have to make to recoup for all the time put into this show. But that's not what I'm concerned about. Something is growing. Something is boiling here. Don't you understand? I can feel it in my bones. And I always knew something could happen. And then you start to see things come to fruition. And you say, Jesus Christ, do I even have the output for this anymore? I don't know if I have the energy output anymore. You start to doubt yourself. The games that are played in your head are ridiculous. And the sacrifice that you have to make, that's the most important thing I have to tell you. If you're really serious about this, you have to make major league sacrifice. I'm not some fucking broad jumping around with her tits hanging out. The next thing you know, we got 100,000 subscribers. I'm a fucking bird-beaked ginger, and I gotta get in front of a camera and try to draw people in. Do you understand? I come out here, I do not know what I'm gonna say when I come out in front of this camera. Nothing. I have a general topics that I'd like to talk about, I think about. You know, I'll talk about this barbecue or something like that. And then I'm paralyzed before I even turn on the camera. Butterflies, I don't know what I'm gonna say. I'm paralyzed with fear, to be honest with you. Then you turn on the camera and you start, and then it pours out. It's no controlling it. It just pours out, and next thing you know, an hour went by, and you're like, Jesus Christ, I gotta wrap this shit up. It's like being possessed. Sacrifice. You gotta pay the price. You gotta pay the price. I remember Ric Flair used to say, you gotta pay the price. I paid the price, he says. I paid the price, and he did pay the price. The man was in a fucking goddamn airplane crash. Never thought he would walk again, let alone wrestle into his 70s, 60s. Broke his back in 3 spots. Was so incredibly fearful to get back. He got back in the ring, he couldn't fall on his back. Psychologically, he couldn't fall on his back. Because he was so fearful that he would hurt his back again. And wrestled into his 60s. And still interviewed today, feels like he can still wrestle. Doesn't have any pains. He paid the price. His training regimen with what's his name up in Minnesota. What was the guy's fucking name? The famous wrestler. The training program. You want to talk about paying the price? These guys would try to kill you. They wanted you to quit. You paid a couple grand for a wrestling school. They wanted you to quit so they could just take the money and they didn't have to bother with you. Bullshit. They try to hurt you. This man paid the price. You got to pay a price. You got to sacrifice. It's got to hurt. I hurt everybody in my family with this fucking show. Everybody paid a price around here. Everybody. Think about it. And then if that's what you really, really want to do, you dive in head first and you don't come up for air. I knew once I got that 100 subscribers, I said, I'm putting my head down underwater and I'm not coming up to breathe until 100,000. Or a casket. And the casket doesn't look half bad right now. Guy, you're fucking out of here. What do you want me to tell you? Guys, that's the Advices program, okay? That's it. We're done here. Email down below. Put Advices in the header. Please, because we're running low on Advices. And that's it. We solve all your problems. Just like that. You know the drill. And then life goes nothing but upward from here. Do you know that? That's the truth. Okay, guys. Thank you to all the Patreons. I'm so extremely grateful for each and every one of you. As I foam from the mouth. We'll see you guys next time.